The city of Falkengaard never truly sleeps. The city of Falkengaard opens before us. A young, vibrant settlement built upon a gentle hill near the coast. Before us stands the northern city gate, welcoming yet fortified. Beyond these defenses lie not only wild beasts and creatures, but also bandits who prey on innocent travelers, making the surrounding lands unsafe. Beyond the gate, the main street leads upward into the heart of the city, lined with workshops, shops, and market stalls. Here live craftsmen, merchants, builders, innkeepers, and many who have found their place in the ever-moving rhythm of this world. And those who pass through use the city as a safe haven, gather supplies, or prepare for the next great adventure. As we follow the road toward the center, the city's landmark comes clearly into view, the barracks, whose high keep sits atop the hill, watching over the surrounding lands. A symbol of protection, order, and strength. Under the vigilant command of Hauptmann Hornschild, the Falcon Guard garrison stands as far more than a simple defensive post. It is the military heart of the entire region. From here, the soldiers protect the roads, forests, and small settlements that rely on Falcon Guard's strength. Discipline, routine, and daily training are part of every soldier's life. The infirmary does its best to care for the wounded, but the experienced medicus is currently absent, leaving only a simple field doctor in charge, and trust in his abilities is limited. Instead of using proper salves and herbs, he recommends that men with joint pain be kicked 3 times by a donkey and wash it down with a bottle of rum. The soldiers take it with humor and hope not to be seriously wounded while he is in charge. Directly above lies Hauptmann Hornschild's quarters and war room. Rumor has it that the muffled cries echoing from the infirmary remind him of the weight of his duty, inspiring him to plan watch rotations and military operations with cold precision. Within the keep are the most valuable rooms of the garrison, the armory, where weapons and armor are maintained, and the supply stores, meticulously managed by the courtiermeister Aegidius. He keeps record of every loaf of bread, every barrel of arrows, and every drop of oil that leaves the garrison. From here, supply teams regularly set out to distant watchtowers and outposts. Deep in the keep's foundation lies the dungeon. Here, apprehended thieves, smugglers, and bandits await interrogation and the judgment to come. For some, the beginning of penance, and for others, perhaps the final journey they will ever take. Directly beside the barracks lies the great marketplace at the heart of the city. Once a week, it comes to life. Market day begins at the first light of dawn when the bells of the nearby signal tower proclaim its opening, and it does not end until long after sunset. For the city's residents, it is the undisputed highlight of the week. Alongside the craftsmen of the city who offer their goods and services, farmers from the surrounding countryside arrive to sell their fresh fruits and vegetables. But they are not the only ones who fill the market stalls. Merchants from far-off cities travel here regularly. The wine merchant Diegos presents his sweetest wine, imported from the Elmsreich of the Wood Elves. Oriental traders from the distant south sell precious spices grown and harvested beyond the desert lands. Their scent fills the entire street and draws curious customers from afar. Bartholomew's, a respected clothmaker from a neighboring city, offers finely crafted fabrics. His sheep graze on the Sonnenfedergras-Ebene, and it is said that special herbs growing there are the secret to his exceptionally soft wool. Chandlers, butchers, beekeepers, blacksmiths, everyone strives to make a good trade. But a lively market draws more than just honest folk. Pickpockets move quietly through the crowds, searching for careless victims. Hauptmann Hornshield assigns several guards to deter thieves, yet even their sharp eyes cannot be everywhere at once. And so, unnoticed, many a shadowy figure disappears into the bustle with stolen coins in their hands. Udini, the local and rather eccentric arch-alchemist, also holds a permanent stall at the market. His shop has not existed since his last failed experiment. It exploded into a colorful cloud of smoke, taking half the roof with it. And Udini himself? Currently found in the form of a wrinkled toad. This surprises no one who knows him. He had tasted the elixir intended to be the masterpiece of his not-so-talented apprentice Arabas. How long the effect will last, no one knows. Days, weeks, or perhaps months. His assistant Arcadia, a master of healing potions and antidotes, is still working on a counter-remedy, but Arabas has forgotten which ingredients he used, making things complicated. Despite his unfortunate situation, Udini continues to work tirelessly at his brewing cauldrons and distilleries. Magical tinctures, invisibility elixirs, soul stones, everything adventurers desire. And for a considerable price, those who can afford it may purchase enchanted gemstones and magical seals that bestow special powers upon weapons and armor. The market day is drawing to a close. With the last light of the setting sun, the great square slowly empties, and the people stream into the nearby tavern Zum Durstigen Gaul, to let the day fade away with food, drink, and entertainment. Voices, laughter, and music fill the room. At the large crackling fireplace, the bards play songs from the old world, of heroes and forgotten legends. In their pauses, they listen with great interest to the tales of the adventurers, the finest source from which to compose new songs and ballads. The innkeeper Isolde hurries between the counter and the tables, filling mugs with mead and ale and making sure that no throat stays dry for long. In the kitchen, the air is thick with activity. Once a week, on this special day, head chef Boris prepares his very own recipes. Heavy, hearty dishes, rich in meat and fresh spices, served only on market days. Cellar master Eugen, who manages the tavern's well-stocked storeroom, rolls one barrel after another from the cellar into the common room. Thanks to his purchases on the market, the tavern supplies are generously filled for the days to come. Even the lumberjacks, who usually drink at their sawmill, have made the long journey into the city today. More by intent than by accident, they take the large table right by the fireplace, a place normally claimed by the stonecutters from the quarry outside the city. For good reason, the two groups usually keep their distance, but tonight everyone sits tightly packed together. A few mugs too many. A wrong glance, and suddenly the mood shifts. No one knows who started it, but all at once fists are flying, chairs are toppling, screams echo through the room. While some guests flee to safety and others join the brawl, the bards continue to play undisturbed. The noise spills out into the street. The night watch, alarmed by the shouting and the sound of shattering mugs, rushes in and struggles to restore order to the chaos. When silence finally returns, one thing is certain. Not everyone will spend this night in a warm bed. For some, the market day ends sobering up behind the bars of a cell. Another successful market day draws to a close. With the moon high in the sky, the streets of the city grow quiet. Lights fade, voices fall silent, and for a brief moment, Falcon Guard comes to rest. With the first rays of sunlight, a new week begins, shaped by hard work and a constant bustle of everyday life. In the next chapter of our journey, we turn to the craftsmen and merchants who keep this city alive. If you've enjoyed this part of our story, you're invited to join the journey ahead. Subscribe and let a comment below. Until next time.